Hey, you guys, do you believe it's our last week already? Yeah, almost 20 days. What is it? It's the 16th. So it's our last live stream, and then we have 4 more days of official Sparkle stuff. And today I wanted to talk about planning for the future. I like to call it re-choreographing because that's pretty much what we're doing is re-choreographing our lives. And we are choosing the future that we want to move into. And here's what the deal is with that. And I've got my little vision board down here. I'll pick that up a bit later. Here's what the deal is with that. Most of us are so busy managing the moment that we don't give a lot of consideration to what is going on in the future. And I can hear you saying, that's not true. This is what I do. I plan, I do this, blah, 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 blah. And yes, we do. We plan for the big things. Like we say, there's a party coming up this date. My kids have a concert this date. We've got, we're planning for some big chunks and we're planning for things. But what we tend to not plan for is feelings and emotions. And let that sink in for a little bit and think about when was the last time you honestly sat down and planned how you want to feel? Because most of us don't plan how we want to feel. And that's kind of silly. And yes, I can also hear you saying, I don't know how I'm going to feel because things happen to me. And if I win the lottery, I'm going to feel really happy. And if somebody rear ends me on the way home, I'm going to feel really sad. And again, yes and no. Things do happen to us that cause us to feel different ways. They cause us to experience different emotions. But feeling how we feel and experiencing emotions are two totally different things. So think about that. How do you feel and what are the emotions that you're experiencing? If you are feeling powerful and peaceful and calm and in control because you have set that intention that I am going to feel that way in my daily life because this is the kind of person I am and this is who I want to be, then you're going to feel powerful and calm and joyful or energetic or in control. Choose how you want to feel. Then things happen and you will experience that emotion around what is happening, but it's not going to rock you off your center. Your center is still feeling powerful, calm, energetic, in control, whatever words you want to feel. One of my words is joyful. I want to be joyful. I want to richly experience life. And I want to be joyful. And I want to be connected with others. Now, horrible things happen. They just do. And I have the emotion around that. Disappointment, frustration, heartbreak, whatever those emotions are, and I have those emotions. And I allow myself to feel those emotions. I can cry. I can yell in frustration. I can storm upstairs and throw myself into bed and say, I quit, I'm never going to do it again. But all the while, I try to remain consciously aware that those are emotions I am having and sensations I am experiencing, but they don't change who I am and how I feel. So in the midst of my worst times, in the midst of really bad days, I am a joyful, connected, happy person who's peaceful and calm and loving and all of my wonderful, adjectives that I label myself as. I am that person experiencing really painful emotions. I hope you can see that distinction. And it starts up here, and then it kind of travels to the heart, and then it really kind of travels to the gut. And you have to kind of align your body around it. Now, I also want you to do that practice with really positive emotions. You are who you are. If you win the lottery and you're really happy and you're really joyful and you're really whatever, Or if somebody does something amazing for you, that's great. But goodness and badness are just temporary states. They are temporary things that happen to you. Your center needs to be your center. So even if something really good happens, it's a temporary elation. It's not that now forevermore, I got this new job, so now forevermore I'm going to be happy. I jumped on the scale and I'm the right weight, so now forevermore I'm going to be happy. So-and-so proposed to me and now we're going to get married and forevermore I'm going to be happy. That's actually really false, dangerous thinking, because it sets us up to think that we're never going to have that heavy end, and we will always have the heavy end. We're going to have things all the way up and all the way down and everywhere in between. And those are fantastic emotions to experience, but maintain your center. So what we're going to move into right now, once you kind of have your mind around that, I hope you have your mind around that, is planning for the future with your vision board. In terms of emotions, how I'm going to feel and who I'm going to be. Okay? You probably know what vision boards are because everybody and their brother talks about them. And this was my fun vision board for last year. And I did a whole video where I talked about how everything came true, even things that I didn't remember that I had put on there came true, which is fun. And then if you didn't see it, you have to see my other side. My flaunt book is about being sexy, and my why fell off. So I'm like, I have sex on my vision board, and that just makes me laugh. Anyway, I want you, and you don't have to create an actual vision board. You can do it online. You can just print out stuff and like stick them on a piece of paper. It can be beautiful or not. You can handwrite words. But my challenge to you in this 2020 challenge in re-choreographing your next year is to cut out words, to write words, to cut out pictures of how you want to feel. How do you want to go into 2019? Do you want it to be frantic? Do you want it to be calm? Do you want it to be exciting? I never want to be too calm in my life. I like excitement. I like things changing. So think about what it is you want to feel. And don't be surprised if that's difficult. Most of us don't ever think, how do I want to feel? Growing up as kids, we're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? Nobody ever asks us, how do you want to feel every day? How do you want to feel in a marriage? How do you want to feel in a relationship? How do you want to feel when you're hanging out with your kids? How do you want to feel in your job? That's what's important, and that's the only thing we can control. We can't control if somebody hires us or fires us or rear ends us or, you know, gives us the winning lottery ticket. We can't control any of that. The only thing we can control is how we choose to feel in our core. And if we have a handle on that, everything we experience is fine. So think about the biggies in your life for re-choreographing. Career, professional, family, personal. Those are kind of the two biggies. Then those can branch off. Like in your personal life, is it kids? Is it partner? Is it friends? In your career, is it stuff you're doing on your own? Is it stuff you're doing for somebody else? Is it personal development? Whatever. How do you want to feel professionally? And if you've got a pen right now, just write down a few words. How do you want to feel professionally? I want to feel competent. I want to feel like I am doing good work. I want to feel useful. And I'll be quiet. It's hard for me to be quiet, but I'll be quiet. Write down some of the words about how you want to feel professionally. And over the next week, you can change, you can add that, you can clarify. Go to thesaurus.com, put in your word, see all those synonyms. Sometimes you find a synonym that really encapsulates the feeling that you're going for in a different way, and that helps. The other day I did that with the word enjoy. because I was thinking, I don't really want to enjoy my life. I want more out of that. And I decided I want to revel in my life, because for me, reveling has the connotation of getting down and dirty and mucky and playing. And enjoying is just peaceful and calm. Oh, yay, I enjoy this so much. So pick them out for you. Now do the same thing on the personal level. And I don't care if you write down like partner, friends, kids, whatever, or if you just do blah, a big blah, and do it all together. But write down a few words about how you want to feel personally. How you want to wake up feeling. Who you want to be. Friendly, heart-centered, caring. And the same instructions apply here. Throughout the week, modify those words, change those words, add on to those words. Your next step in the process is taking those words and finding things that are meaningful to you that will like stir up those feelings, and cutting out pictures or printing pictures. Do not, like, so many people get stuck into vision boarding, like, I don't have magazines. Google Images. Google Images. There are so many things you can print, you can change the size, you can do whatever. I'm just going to show you, like, here's this little picture down here of all these people hanging out at a pool party. That's completely awesome. Now on this side, there's people of working at a pool party, or working at the pool, not working at a party. Those two images for me bring up feelings. Feelings of being in control, because I can choose where I'm working. Feelings of being connected and having people around me who are willing to come see me and to come work with me and to come visit me. So those pictures inspire the emotion that I desire. It's not that I really want to sit by this pool here. It's that I want friends around me who love me enough to come do this. It's that I want enough money for me and my friends that we can comfortably go hang out at a pool like this and have fun. It's that I want the fitness, so I'm feeling healthy and I'm feeling self-confident. It's not that I have to look like this, but it's that I am comfortable enough in myself and my fitness level and all of that stuff that I can be like, yeah, I'm at the pool and I'm kicking back. I'm not like sucking it in and trying to be a supermodel. I'm hanging out with friends and we are all that comfortable together. So this is a feeling picture for me. Same thing like moving above it. I have the little cleaning mom here next to like the elegant going out lady. Those both inspire emotions for me. I like having a calm, in control house. I like housework. I like being a mom. I like being a wife. I like the feeling of having my own place. It doesn't matter if I live alone or if I live with a lot of people. I like housekeeping because it makes me feel good. Like, to me, there is nothing better than working hard and scrubbing and then sitting back in your beautiful clean house and being like, ah, it's that feeling that that picture brings up. It's not really that I want to do dishes and I'm putting dishes doing on my vision board. No. I want the feeling of that. Same thing with the woman going out. I love working in the yard and being dirty and grungy and then taking my shower and putting on beautiful things and going out and feeling elegant because I like that feeling. The feeling of the transformation, the feeling of looking good, the feeling of having beautiful clothes. They're all feeling things. So that's how I want you to start re-choreographing your year next year, with the understanding that things are going to happen. Really crappy things are going to happen. Really beautiful things are going to happen. And when they do, you will experience emotion around them, whether good, whether bad, whether indifferent. But you're going to have that anchor, that vision board, that feeling board to go back to and remind yourself, I want to feel like this. When I do my hypnotherapy work with people, we always do an anchor. And an anchor is a physical, an intellectual, and a spiritual key that reminds people of what it is they want to accomplish so they can do those three things and they can anchor themselves into the feelings that they have created in that hypnotherapy session. For example, if you want to feel, oh gosh, how do you want to feel? If you want to feel, we'll take the big obvious one, stop smoking. People use hypnosis to quit smoking all the time. If you want to be a permanent ex-smoker, it feels a certain way. So what I have people do is sit back and think about, how does it feel to be a permanent ex-smoker? And we do this in a state of hypnosis, so it's easier then to really get in touch with it. So right now, you guys think about, who do you want to be next year? How do you want to feel next year? How is that going to be for you? Breathe, relax a little bit. Feel how it feels to be there. Feel how it feels to feel the way you want to feel. Clear, aware, connected, whatever it is. Now take your two fingers. It doesn't matter if it's, index finger, ring finger, middle finger. Make a connection. This is your physical anchor. Rub those two together. Try to figure out what sensations you're feeling. What is the thumb that you're feeling, and what is the index finger? What is touching and what is being touched? And just move into that. Anchor that emotional state into this physical state. Now in your mind, silently repeat the word of how you want to feel. Powerful, awake, connected. Just pick one word. How you want to feel through 2019. And it can be like powerfully connected. It doesn't have to be exactly one word. Just don't make it a huge sentence. Now breathe in those feelings as you're focusing on that touch and as you're saying that word, powerfully connected. That is who you are for next year. Anytime you want to return to that, that's all you have to do to anchor it in. The touch, the breath, and mentally repeating that word. And it brings you back to your center. So, your kids come home and tell you horrible news. You get fired. You win the lottery. Whatever it is, positive or negative, anchor yourself, and anchor yourself in, who am I this year? How do I feel this year? Allow yourself to experience those emotions. We're human. We want to experience the full range of emotions. So I am a powerfully connected person who is experiencing grief. I'm a powerfully connected person who is experiencing deep gratitude. And return to your heart, return to your center. Every day. Because your year is just a sum total of months. Months are just sum totals of weeks. Weeks are just sum totals of days. Days are just sum totals of hours. The work begins minute by minute, creating those hours. How do I feel now? The more you choose to feel a certain way, the more you will feel that way. There's a whole other hypnosis example of why, and we can talk about that later. Doesn't really matter for this purposes. Just know the more you choose to feel that way, the more you will feel that way. Allow yourself to experience emotions. Choose how you're going to feel in 2019. Vision board your feelings We're too busy doing. We all do, and we all, you know, achieve, achieve, achieve. Who are you going to feel like? How are you going to feel? Thank you for watching. If you have not already sent me your email address, send me your email address. I will send you the ABCs of Holiday Sparkle. I will send you the EFT guide from the tapping that we did last week. I will send you all this good stuff, but I'm not going to obnoxiously spam you because I'm not an obnoxious spammer. I am a powerfully connected person who is not an obnoxious spammer. Anyway, I hope this makes sense. As usual, if you have questions, reach out. You can like type in the little message thing. You can email me, Laura@lauracheadle.com. You can message me here. It doesn't really matter, but choose how you're feeling. Choose your 2019 emotion. And here's what I really want. Please, please, please. I would like to have you be brave and strong enough to put that in the comments, to put how you want to feel, because that's kind of one, being brave enough to state it, to name it and claim it, and to put it out there for everybody else too. So if I know that that's how you want to feel, I can help remind you. And if you have little friends in the comment and you know they're spiraling down some little deep dark rabbit hole that they don't need to be in, you can kind of gently and lovingly remind them. You know, like, let's see who's here. Paige, you are a calm, loving person. Or, ooh, Lisa, you are clear. And that way throughout the year when you're in this muck cycle, I can be like, you know what, let me just remind you who you are. You feel clear and you are a clear human being. So I love you all. I wonder if I can shut off. Last week I couldn't shut off my live video. Huh? Have a fantastic week. Please put your words in there. Brenna, Holly, Paige, Kathy, and Kathy, because I want to know who you are going to be next year. Love you all. Bye. See, it never turns off. Isn't that so funny?